Who went full 2K GM mode today and traded basically half their roster. There's the departures and you see the additions. So Isaiah Thomas gone, Channing Frye gone, Shumpert, Crowder, Derrick Rose, Dwyane Wade, gone. Coming in, Larry Nance Jr., Jordan Clarkson, George Hill, and Rodney Hood. So we're going to get to these trades that the Cavs made from the other team's perspectives a little bit later in the show, but we'll really focus in here on the Cavs. And, you know, the shocker. We talked about it on last night's show. Would they flip Isaiah Thomas? And they did. Isaiah Thomas going to the Lakers with Frye and a protected first-round pick. That is the Cavs pick, not the Brooklyn pick. And you see Clarkson and Nance coming back. We'll get to the other trades that they made, but let's start with this one. How shocked were you? Some of that on obviously coming back from the hip injury and maybe coming back too soon and all that, but they just didn't get along. I mean, when rumors broke and reports broke of that meeting they had that sounded quite contentious, I mean, that's when it was really downhill and there was no going back up. And Isaiah, he just got done saying this week, last night, I don't want to be traded again. And he gone.
He's lost a lot of money this season. He's lost a lot of money on what he's going to sign as a free agent next season because he's on a very small contract right now, unrestricted.
Where George Hill and Rodney Hood come from their respective teams, both Sacramento and the Jazz. And Joe Johnson, you know, gets caught up in this too. He's going to Sacramento. He may get bought out. Derrick Rose, he's going to apparently get released and waived as well. So what do you think of these ones? Like George Hill, to me, this is a guy we've talked about for weeks now. His name kept popping up.
Shoot 45% from three and take the other team's best point guard or two guard position. So
and unlike Rodney Hood and Jordan Clarkson, George Hill has played in a lot of big games. When he was with the Pacers, he was a huge part of their success in the Roy Hibbert.
It was, in the end, protected 2024 second-round pick.
They're hoping they can just forget about that one.
I guess so.
24.
That's way in the future there. But yeah, Wade going back to Miami.
You guys going to be able to get used to him in a Heat?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. The Heat's all-time leader in several categories, points, assists, steals, games played. He has said that one day he's wanted to retire with Miami. I just wonder when that comes now. He's 36 years old. Does he play out this season and he's done? Another year? What does Dwyane Wade do now in Miami? Because
Garrison, Pat Riley, Spoelstra, they all knew it was a mistake that they didn't keep Wade in Miami a couple of seasons ago. He went to Chicago, got that huge contract.
Still the highest paid player on the Bulls.
Exactly, yeah. Didn't work out there. He's went to Cleveland. I mean, considering how close he and LeBron are, it's a surprise that he's not on Cleveland still, because you would have thought he was the one guy that kept them together. But
well, the talk is that they wanted to do him right because he wasn't going to play in Cleveland with Jordan Clarkson and George Hill coming in with Rodney Hood. There's just too many guards there. Gabrielle Union, extremely happy to go back to Miami. I just wonder if he starts alongside Goran Dragic, you know, with Dion Waiters out. Does he have that same sort of mentality that he have in Cleveland where I can...
Because it's something else. It's a lot of new names there.
A lot of color there.
And George Hill, Rodney Hood, you know, LeBron obviously starting, Nance Jr. possibly in there with Kevin Love especially out due to injury with 6 to 8 weeks still or so with the broken hand, and Thompson as your big.
And Kendrick Perkins back in the mix.
Yeah, that is the rumor, right? Coming back to the squad.
He tweeted out a picture of himself, said, "I'm back." Just like Jordan coming back to the Bulls, Kendrick Perkins is back to the Cavs.
Because of their deals were just too big.
Possibly.
Couldn't get someone to take that money.
Yeah, there's only 4 guys left from that championship team.
Wow.
That is a turnover.
And all of this happened so quickly here today. It looked like we were going to have a dud of a deadline. And the Cavs came through. Altman, Gilbert, shout out to you for making this interesting. We'll get it from the other teams' perspectives, and we'll start with the Lakers. Again, they go and get Isaiah Thomas and Channing Frye, a protected 2018 first-round pick from Cleveland. That's Cleveland's pick, and it cost them Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. What do you guys think of this from LA side? You like it? Hate it?
It's all about
for a bunch of points. He was expecting that Brinks truck to get backed up to his house this coming summer. Hasn't looked like that so far this season. So maybe if he has, 10 games with the Lakers where he's just dominating and looking like Isaiah from last year, that really helps him out.
Yeah.
It's interesting on a sort of a Lakers Luke Walton team. You wouldn't think Isaiah Thomas shoots a lot, right? Like they're going to move the ball a ton. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, Isaiah might go against the grain and shoot a lot.
He's done that before, I guess, in other spots. Lakers, you said it. Projected salary cap. Jazz getting involved today, again, with that 3-way deal with the Cavs and the Kings. What do you guys think here? Jay Crowder coming in, Derrick Rose, as it says there. They plan to waive him, and there's reports that he's going back with Tibbs in Minnesota.
Oh, don't do it.
The Bulls 2.0 up there in Minnesota with all those old guys. But
moving.
Jay Crowder, I mean, they just sort of slipped in here, and you like this?
I do not like this for the Utah Jazz.
No.
I mean, they're shedding money.
We're with the Celtics when they move the ball like crazy,
Yeah.
and you just play it as part of a team concept, and that's something that the Jazz are going to do. And for sure, he will probably be happier playing in a system where he knows he's going to get to touch the ball more often.
And when you dig a little deeper on Crowder's numbers, he started to get going here, sort of into.
They get bogged down a little
Just have
bit
him on
in
the
crunch
floor.
time.
No,
Then
the
he can't hit
Raptors.
any shots against
Yeah, I
you
was going
either.
to say that's why the Raptors want to go get him, so he doesn't beat you in a particular game. You, when I said Derrick Rose and the possibility of him going back to Minnesota, you didn't love that idea, Trey.
Why has been hurt. He's a different guy, and he seems to think he's the same guy, and it's a problem, and it's been a problem ever since knee injury number 2, I think. So, I don't know. Maybe he can revitalize his career in Minnesota. I wouldn't bet on it.
I think the only teams that are going to take him are teams.
The Cavs and all their crazy shenanigans. We had another three-way, and that was between the Knicks and the Mavericks and the Nuggets. The Knicks getting Emmanuel Mudiay, the Mavericks taking on Doug McDermott, and the Nuggets picking up veteran Devin Harris. As part of the deal there, Denver and New York will swap second-round picks. What do you think of this one? I didn't mind it for all three teams.
Hard for a guy to actually find that team. We thought maybe last year it would be the Thunder where he could be, you know, the third guy who just knocks down shots, but last year on the Thunder, they needed him to do a little bit more. The Knicks, you know, he's probably a little bit overextended. Dallas, it will be the same way because you don't want...
He's still, 21 years old?
Yeah.
He's a number 7 pick. Yeah, he struggles to shoot the ball. There's no doubt. He's got to try and add that to his game, but it's a free look, really, truly is, for a couple games here for the Knicks, and maybe they get something out of him.
And he plays differently than...
Help you out.
He's
a very complimentary type player.
Yeah, but he does all that too as an expiring contract. So he does not complicate Denver's what's going to be, you know, luxury tax concern. So I like moves that we'll break down here for you. They got Jameer Nelson from the Bulls. The Bulls had just acquired him, and it cost them Willie Reed, was waived by the Bulls. So Jameer Nelson going to Detroit. They had another little minor move. They got James Ennis from the Grizzlies. It cost them Bryce Johnson and a 2022 second-round pick. Again, not the biggest names in the world, but Jameer Nelson, you know, we're talking about Devin Harris as a backup point guard, a vet. Nelson's been in this league a long time.
For a third point guard, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Jameer Nelson, not so bad.
Look at that.
Ironically,
Yeah,
he
still got
started
the step
in
back, the giant shorts. Rare pair of giant shorts in the league.
he started in Denver this season, which is ironic, you know, because they didn't have a use for him. Goes to New Orleans, and Rondo came in and kind of took his minutes there.
Something quite similar. They went out and grabbed Elfrid Payton from the Orlando Magic. All it cost them was a second-round pick here in this 2018 draft. Is this another, you know, solid buy low move?
If people were hoarding first-round picks, this guy's probably worth a second-round pick. He's having his best season ever this year. He's shooting 52% from the floor, 37% from 3. That's surprising.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's still a non-shooter. He's shooting most of his shots.
We'll throw them all on one board here. No offense to these guys, but you're not getting your own board, Luke Babbitt. The Heat got him, though. Bulls got Noah Vonleh.
Yeah!
Nets got Dante Cunningham.
That's a nice pickup, actually, I think, for the Nets.
You like that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
another shooter, yeah.
And the Hawks got Sheldon Mack. Not Shelvin Mack, okay? A lot of people were confused. And I think the Hawks reportedly are going to waive him. So, tough day for the Mac man.